I don't even know where to start. But I'm putting everything out there because the fact that people, even whether you know me or not, there still has to be like a certain level of common sense when it comes to just being a judge of character. And this has nothing to do with TV at all, or none of that. Like this is real life because kids are involved. And this deadbeat narrative, it's
Hey guys, so everybody is ditching their car insurance and they're doing this instead. Now the reason
That money, I'm a flex. I get that money, I'm a flex.
it's like it's just it's just so jarring to me. It it does give me a headache sometimes, but then I'm pretty good at just brushing things off. But people who know me and especially know my situation, they're like, "Yo, how long are you gonna stay quiet?" And I just, I be sparing people. And then at the same time, it's like, yo, it's nobody's business. But I feel like everybody just feels like they know my business. And if it's reported, it's news and that it's the truth and it's real. But I'm pretty sure that, there's some men out there who could relate to this. And when it comes to being a father in a co-parenting situation, where somebody wants to have full control of every single thing and they can't have control, it's just not gonna be a easy transition. Especially when the other person is just used to it being one way or very controlling or still wanting the whole family dynamic and it's not there anymore. But I love my kids. And it's gotten to the point that I I have to put myself first because I'm either going to end up in jail or worse because I'm dealing with someone whose anger management is just non-existent. When I first moved to Florida, I remember I got a 2-bedroom condo, and the first time I had my kids come over there after my divorce and I started the whole visitation week and having my kids for the days I was having them. When my kids first came over in my condo, it made me so depressed because I was like, yo, I felt like they were so confined and I didn't feel good about it. And I said, yo, I gotta get a house. I need a house. I can't have my kids running around in this condo and hurting themselves and it just not being a fit to raise, 2 children in a co-parenting setup. And I found my house. And I'm gonna be all the way blunt and straight up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I got this house because of my kids. I got this house for my kids. Seeing my kids be here running around, it's the best feeling, when you have children with somebody who, at the end of the day, it shouldn't even have happened because I should have just noticed certain things when it came to parenting. When you're with someone for 3 years and they have a child and you probably saw the child 3 to 4 times because the child was put off to go live with somebody else. And, you kind of look past it when you don't have kids or you're not thinking about that. I never even was like, yo, why doesn't your son live here? And then when you finally get to have a conversation with the son and find out why, it's crazy. Imagine speaking to a child who's of age and knows what's going on. He's 16 years old. And he says, if I ever had to live with my mother, I would kill myself. I wouldn't make that up, And it sucks that I gotta really just run this down because of this smear campaign and somebody who gets such a high on just talking about me and picking and choosing what kids you want to, have on the forefront and get whatever extra attention you get off of it. So I kind of just looked past certain things and thought that, maybe I could help and make things better. But when you aren't with somebody and it doesn't work out and the two of you are just in a weird space and everything is a fight, especially in front of the kids, I'm not gonna subject myself to that. My kids have never, ever seen me upset. My kids have never heard me yell.
You're dead to me. Yeah, you are too. You is dead. You're gonna leave me more than I need you. No. I'm gonna leave before I need you. Remember that. Nice flow, Linda. Yeah, go ahead. You too, bitch. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because your other two kids are gonna be miserable just like you. Oh, fuck all of y'all. Go ahead. Jerk off. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. All of y'all. Go ahead. All because of you. All because of you. All because of you.
I don't argue. That's just not in me. But, on the other hand, the other side, they don't operate or think the way I do. And when I have my kids and someone is pretty much trying to police and parent and watch every single thing I'm doing and call, oh, who's there? Whoa, what's going on? It's just so unhealthy, so excessive, to the point where it just creates a lot of issues. You can't pick and choose when it's okay to say, okay, the kids are good. And then if we're not, in a good space, then it's a issue, I've taken my kids to Jamaica. If I was such a bad parent, nobody's gonna let a man take the kids to Jamaica by myself. I didn't have no help. And I don't want a biscuit for it. I did it, It just creates such a level of toxicity that it's better to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna deal with this through the courts, and when this thing gets sorted out how it's supposed to be sorted out, then okay, we'll figure it out. So for the past, few months, that's what I've been dealing with when it came to, looking for lawyers and just trying to figure out this whole thing, because my original standing order for this child support and the visitation and all of that, everything, it originated from Georgia. We moved to Florida. When we moved to Florida, everything has to get transferred over. It just got transferred over this week. So now I get to find out what this new setup is gonna be, because I refuse to go to her house to pick up the kids. I refuse. I'm not. It's just too unstable, too unpredictable, and the only way I would do it is either a police precinct, or if the kids are somewhere else and I'm picking them up from there. But everything is just done off of spite.
I'm speaking out because there's a man named Eric Hovde running for Senate against Tammy Baldwin, and he doesn't believe in Wisconsin women's reproductive rights.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
If he had been in power when I went through my medical issues, I might not be here today.
AliExpress. When you can find everything, anything is possible.
And being malicious intent on the other end. Me, I don't move like that. I don't live like that. You know, when people look at me, I don't look like I'm carrying stress. I don't look like I'm losing weight. I don't look like I'm just harboring so much hate inside me that it physically begins to show. And I'm a father. I'm a grown-ass man. When I have my kids in there with me, they're under my care. They don't have nothing to worry about. So I'm not gonna have anybody acting like they need to know every single thing going on. When I was filming Love and Hip Hop, Miami, and I had my kids here calling, oh, where the kids at? What they do? Oh, you better not be filming with the kids. Oh. First of all, I've never filmed with the kids ever by myself on Love and Hip Hop. They're not a part of my storyline. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna be in the park pushing the kids, playing, oh yeah, oh, like, of course they wanted to see me film with them, but you know, both parents have to sign off on that, and you know that wasn't happening. And you know, the last instant of when we had a transfer with the kids, it was, she called me and said, hey, I'm in the area, I could save you a trip, I could come pick the kids up, and I'm tired and I don't want to do the drive. And it was like really like early in the morning or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. I let her in, lay down in the kids' room. One of the kids was in there, next to the kids was laying with me in my room. And when she gets up, she's like, she wants to have a conversation with me. I'm like, okay, let's talk. As soon as she starts talking, it's yelling, screaming, all of that. I said, yo, look, I'm not doing that. And if you can't talk to me normally in front of the kids, where the kids don't realize that we're having a discussion about something that we're not agreeing on, then I'm not having it. Oh, I don't give a F, blah, 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 all this yelling, whatever. So I'm like, okay, forget it. Just, you know, you here, pick them up, you can leave. And in my face, all of that, blah, 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 and all that. So I'm like, all right, you don't want to leave. I call the cops. I'm on the phone with the cops. I'm telling them, hey, you know, before this escalates, I would like police presence here because I want her to leave. Filming me calling the cops. Okay, I'm calling the cops, you're filming me. You're the one with the anger management problem just going off. So break stuff up in the house, has the kids running over glass, breaking stuff up outside. After that, I just was like, you know what? If I can't pick up my kids in a place that is like a drop-off point or a police precinct, I'm not picking them up because I'm not going to her house ever again in life. My daughter, she has an iPad. I'm blocked on the iPad. My daughter's 4 years old. She doesn't know how to block people. She doesn't even know how to text. Childish, just like BS like that. So I'm like, okay. The next time I got my kids after that, oh, no, before that, when I went and I was gonna get a restraining order, because, you know, she's doing stuff like showing up in my crib, 5 o'clock in the morning, pulling out a ladder, hopping the fence.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
Banging on my windows. My son's birthday party was like a month after that. No, like it was a while after that. And then when I went to the party, they said, hey, you want a restraining order, but you went to a party, she was there, so you must not be in that much fear. So I had to drop that case. And this is me having to have 2 different lawyers. So this is 2 separate lawyers for one lawyer for that, then another lawyer for this whole family court thing. And next time I got them, it was for, you know, beginning of the summer. And I was like, yo, I'll keep the kids for the summer. Let me know. My mother, my sister's here. They love being around them. They want to be around them. That's the issue. I can't reach my daughter's iPad. Pickup situation isn't sorted out. So when I finally do get them, I sign them up for summer camp. She gets so mad at me for signing them up for summer camp. There's a summer camp by my house. She lives 40 minutes away from me. Summer camp. I'm like, cool, I got them. Let me at least do that. Because, you know, they were here. And my mother's like, yo, you can't just be having them here playing, whatever. She was like, they need some, you know, structure. Sign them up for summer camp. I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. I signed them up for the summer camp. I paid for it. I paid $2,000 to put them in summer camp. They went to summer camp for 3 days because she had such an issue with me putting them in summer camp by my house. And was like, why didn't I talk to her, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, I have the kids. They're under my watch and care. I want to put them in a summer camp by me. And I'm going to show y'all because this, like, I'm not just talking just to talk, but put them in summer camp. This was the first month. This is what it was supposed to do. This is what it's supposed to be. This is the schedule. Summer camp July, boom, boom, boom. The entire month. This was going to be their schedule for the entire month. This is their lunch schedule. This is one of the things she made for me in one of the days that she was in summer camp. So I'm like, okay, what's wrong with putting the kids in summer camp? And it just was such a control thing, and it created it created so much drama. Oh, drop the kids off. Oh, you putting them in summer camp. Oh, just nothing made absolute any sense. Nothing. Like, it was just such an irate, ignorant conversation, because it's to the point where we don't even speak direct. Like, my house is set up for them. I got their shrine set up. This is for them. This is their area. You walk in, this is Maji's room. Ain't no deadbeat doing this. Deadbeats ain't doing this. My daughter's room is bigger than some adults' rooms. And it's just so insane to me how people just, oh yeah, you're a deadbeat. Yo, I know about real deadbeats. And this situation is all about control. This woman texted a naked picture of me to my mother and my sister because she wanted to let them know that, oh, you and your son, I'm pretty sure your son's not telling you what's really going on between us and all of this other nonsense. Okay. Me and you are still, you know, having a relationship, and that's over with. Thank God that's over with. Like, you know, I prayed about that, and there's absolutely nothing physical going on anymore. And you taking naked pictures and sending it to my mother and my sister to do what and prove what? My mother and my sister are the most least problematic people on earth. My mother's not one of those mothers. She's not like a TV mother who's here acting rah-rah and doing a bunch of ignorant nonsense. Like, my mother is so calm and zen, and anyone who knows my mother and my sister and what they do, like my sister and my mom, they are in the holistic field. They're everything about them is zen, herbs, teas, spiritual. And you're sending naked pictures of me to my mother and my sister. For what? And it's like, that's the type of nonsense I have to deal with. I cannot ever pick up my kids in peace. Everything is just long and drawn out. And it's just so unfair that when a woman says something, no matter what, it's like, oh, it's the man's fault. People are like, but you didn't know. And I'm kind of like, you know what? Well, I thought I could make somebody not be just like as angry. But then when things just started like going sour and not working out, it just became it's just not even realistic to deal with. I saw somebody say one time and I totally felt it. And if you're a father,
Finding a reliable supplier. Alibaba.com has a ranking list of high-quality suppliers.
I know you could relate to this. And it's like, they're like, yo, When you're dealing with a woman who makes you being a parent, they just make it so hard. It is so draining dealing with someone who's trying to draw you out, someone who wants a reaction from you, someone who talks about you nonstop because they want a reaction. I'm not one of those people. I don't care about people liking me and caring and proving my point. Like, hey guys, look, no, this isn't true. This is what's really happening. People who know me, my mouth has been quiet for years. I don't say nothing. It's just so draining. Like everything about it. Like her own family is going after her for child support because she doesn't do anything to help her son. So then to try to make it seem like I'm some deadbeat and I'm not trying to be there for my kids, I would love to be there for my kids, but it would be nice for you to get out the way. Let me be a father. Let me take my kids and go wherever I want with them. My kids are never in danger. They don't ever have to worry about nothing. This is not about money. This is not about child support. My kids love me.
I'm gonna go to Target and get them. Yeah. I just got my leg.
What's in the car? Get the bag. There's stuff in it.
I want to go to
Mommy missed. She was missing you. She was looking for you.
I just want to say, like, doing shit like this don't benefit me. This don't help me. Like, I don't like this kind of attention. That's why I usually never say anything. But this thing has been going on for so long that it's like, how much longer am I gonna let Ish slide? It's so much. It's just so much things to list and name. Like, I would have to sit there with a pen and pad and write down every single incident and all that. But I don't. I'm doing this one and one time only. Like, but it's just a lot of corny shit. All the fake Instagram pages, harassing my mother, harassing my sister. If I'm talking to a girl, all of a sudden the girl starts getting harassed from the same fake Instagram names. And it's like, yo, it takes so much energy to like be like that. And I don't have that type of energy. Even doing this right now is giving me such a headache. And I'm not the kind of person to get headaches. My head is pounding right now just talking about all this. But, at the end of the day, I'm gonna let, God is gonna do what God is gonna do. And that's gonna be that. Like, this ain't it's not a storyline. I'm not on Love and Hip Hop. This is my real life right now. I'm tired. I heard somebody one time say, like, when you go through things in life, nothing stays the same, nothing lasts forever. And that's kind of how I've been dealing with this. Like, even with as long as I've, not seen my kids, because, whether it's right or wrong, I'm just standing on, I'm not going to your house to pick up the kids. I don't, precinct or somebody from your family's house that I don't have no issue with going over there, and that's that. But like, I'm not putting myself in any position to crash out, potentially snap, lose my, like, come on, because there's people who be in situations like this. Everyone's not able to like be this cool. This shit is draining. When you get to a certain age in life, like, drama and just all of this corny nonsense and fighting and arguing on the internet, putting your personal business on the internet, on social media, to people who don't I don't want no one to feel sorry for me. I don't need sympathy. I don't need pity. I don't care about none of that from nobody. I know at the end of the day what's going on, and that's that. I'm just dealing with someone who doesn't deal with logic. They deal with their way or no way. And if it's not their way, you're gonna get harassed. And I don't got time, yo, I don't care what nobody's doing. I'm not harassing you. You DMing girls that I was talking to and telling them shit and saying, it's like, yo, it's corny. Yo. I did that once. And when I did it, I didn't send pictures and videos and say, yo, look, this is what's happening. I just was like, yo, I want to talk to you because I like on some, hey, look, if this is who you dealing with, I just want to let you know that this is what's happening. And if y'all are dealing, then leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't really about that. I'm just trying to have my time and my setup with my kids. My mother and my sister would love for me to bring them to New York and spend some time with them there. And it's just nothing is easy. Everything is a fight. And I don't fight, I don't argue, it's draining. I'm not doing it. So when all this court stuff is said and done, it is what it is. This is not about child support. So this thing it's not about money. It's way bigger than that. It's about let me be a father, stay out the way, and that's it. Stop trying to act like you don't care when you do care. Stop harassing my mother, stop harassing my sister, stop harassing anyone that's close to me. And this is not to bash, this is just the truth. This is just what it is. So that narrative that everyone just thinks is so cool to run, like you use common sense. If I haven't seen my kids, there is a reason, and this is the reason. You're going to see it. You're going to see everything.